Hello, very good evening. I am Suma Sridhar here, and I would like to introduce Vijayanand sir and Rajdeep sir. Could you please introduce yourself just for 20 seconds for the audience? What do you do?
Yes, go ahead,
And
Raj. Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to start first?
Yeah, please.
I am
Yes,
Dr.
Rajdeep
Rajdeep
sir.
Manwani. I am Dr. Rajdeep Manwani, and I'm a professor and coordinator in the Department of Commerce at Jain Deemed to be. Yeah, Vijay.
Okay. Yeah, good evening. My name is Vijay Anand, and I'm into corporate training for the last almost 2 decades in training or soft skills.
So, welcome to my podcast show, and I'm really honored to have two guests who are really doing great in their industry and serving people. So, today I would like to ask you some questions regarding the challenges what we face in our life generally, either it may be in business or in the industry or in any sector. So, what would you like to give some inputs to audience?
No.
Okay. See, ma'am, first thing I've observed is all of us go through we experience a lot of change going around, right? So that's one challenge. Be anything, be it in the business world, professional world, on the personal, something which is constant. And if I may give an example, almost 16, 17 years of corporate training has been only classroom training. After the pandemic struck, it's gone online. So it's something, it's very different as chalk and cheese, classroom training and online training. So this is one managing change, coping with change. I would say that, yes.
So, have you come across any difficulties in your life till now, and how did you manage those hurdles, and what gave you the strength or the courage to come out of that hurdle?
You're asking whom, ma'am, me or Rajdeep sir?
Vijay sir. Vijay sir.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't really word difficulties. I prefer saying challenge. All of us have challenges. I mean, there's no human being on this planet doesn't have challenges. I'll take the same example, change training to online training. Let's stick to the example. And initially, it was very difficult. People put cameras on, ask a question, there was no responses. So what I did to manage this was request people to speak for whatever 10 seconds, 30 seconds, at least when they speak, take their names out, address them by their names. That also helped. Another small tech which kind of served me well was when we had case studies, I would make each participant read one paragraph of the case study. So in so doing, they were kind of involved, and I was able to overcome this change, from classroom training to online. That worked for me, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And I would like to ask Rajdeep sir, can you please share your story? How did you come up in life, and what are how did you manage everything to come to this extent?
I had a challenge of my physical disability when I was in my 8th standard. As you know, I had a disease called macular degeneration, where the rods and cones of the eyes keep dying. And at that time, it was very difficult, very, very big blow, because I was a student, I was an excellent cricket player, and then suddenly everything goes dark around you, right? So, and you generally ask the question, why did this happen to me? Why should it have happened to me? Why didn't it happen to somebody else? And so what helped me overcome that difficult period of time when my eyesight had gone was that I had a lot of people who support that, my parents, my uh, uh, teachers who supported me. And there was one shift which was in that time, was that in any time of difficulty, don't ask why, ask how or what. Why? There are no answers to those questions. Why did Jesus get crucified, being the apostle of love? No answer. Why did Gandhi ji, the epitome violence, die such a violent death? No answer. But what can I do to remedy the situation? How can I come out of the situation? Be the question which was reframed at that particular point of time. So what and how at times of difficulty is the right. What should I do so that I come out of the situation? How should I learn from this situation that will help me come out of that particular situation? So that helped me, and as life progressed, it became more and more easier to understand that and adjust with difficulty which I had in my physical sense. And then slowly, and then as Vijay said, every moment of life has challenge which it offers to you so that you can learn something from it. So it has been a series of challenges, series of, let's call it opportunity, come out of the.
Oh, excellent input you had given, really. And it's a very valid point that you have mentioned. Instead of asking why, you have to ask how I can come out of that situation. It's an excellent point, Rajdeep sir. Really a great point you had given. And also, will for any person, is it a barrier, any physical disability or anything related to such type of this thing? Will it become a barrier for achieving success or achieving their dreams?
What happens is barriers are more mental than physical, because when a person loses his eyesight, he generally thinks not be able to achieve. Whenever somebody loses their legs, they say they may not be able to achieve. So what happens is the mental barriers which are much higher than the physical barriers. There are lots of people with physical disability who have achieved. Helen Keller, she was deaf, she couldn't, she was blind, and then she went on to become one of the best literary persons of our time. Her poems, her essays are great. Teddy Roosevelt, who wheelchair, but he went on to become the president of USA and he won the World War II for them. There are a lot of examples. He was blind and he went on to become a great musician. Ravindra Jain from us. So I think so. All those people who have suffered physical disabilities, who have over mental, despite this difficulty, it's okay. This is just an event. We'll have to work a little harder and come out of it. Those people have goals. So the barriers are more mental rather than physical.
Wow, great, sir. Great, Rajdeep sir. And what message would you like to give it to audience so that they can progress in their life? No, Rajdeep sir.
Me, huh?
Yes. Last question to you. What input you want to give, or what a message you want to give it to audience so that they can do better in their life?
There is a I love, which I want to share with the audience. Find happiness in the small things. Meditate on nothing and find God in everything.
Wow, really great, really great. Thank you so much for coming to my podcast show and sharing your views and thoughts and helping the audience to understand what is important in life and how they can proceed. Thank you so much, Rajdeep sir.
Thank you.
Vijayanand sir. Vijayanand sir. Yeah. Yes, what message you want to give to audience by some punchline or some quotes which you would like to give?
I've seen a lot of us, we regret what's happened in the past. We feel bad. I didn't clear that exam or lost that money. Someone cheated me. We're always living in the past. I've seen many people who are anxious about the future. What's in store for me? Will my life be good? Always. But the biggest thing, we forget to live in the moment, and why isn't? Because it's a gift. We don't do anything about. Yes, we don't know what's in store for us tomorrow, but definitely on the present, and you have a beautiful life.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for contributing your time and effort with me to share your views and thoughts. And my dear audience, so this is what every day I motivate them, saying that forget about past, live at the moment. That's what I did now after this transformation journey, which was happened to me. After 20 years of experience, I realized my potentials and skills and how I can help others to be happy so that I can see happiness in that. So it's a great input from you, both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And really
Thank you.
great meeting you on this platform. And have a wonderful
much.
day. Great day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Suma. Thank you so much, Vijay.